This was my life. Before I found success with my side hustle, I was constantly struggling to balance work, family, personal time. My days were filled with endless cycle of tasks and chores, and I could barely find a moment to catch my breath. Now listen, I know it's a cliche, but there weren't enough hours in the day and it felt like I was constantly on a hamster wheel. But all of that changed when I discovered a few simple strategies that helped me optimize my time and skyrocket my productivity. The first strategy is something I call RU Rhythms, which stands for Routine Rhythms Tasks. Now, it's all about identifying the tasks that you do daily or weekly and finding ways to automate, delegate, or eliminate them. By doing so, you can free up more time for your side hustle and other important activities. Now, for example, I used to spend loads of time trying to plan meals and going to the supermarket. To save time, I started buying my weekly shop online at Tesco's, which reduced the time that I spend on food shopping and also helped me make healthier meal choices for my family. I know sometimes you want to mix things up with your food a little bit, but there's a usuals part on the app. So it can take under 10 minutes if you pretty much get the same each week. You just go click, 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 click. Now, once I'd mastered it, I delegated that job to my husband once he saw how quickly it can be done, because he does the cooking anyway. The key here is to find ways to streamline your daily routine so that you can focus on what truly matters and get things done. The next strategy is the brain system. This involves identifying your most productive times of the day and scheduling your most critical tasks during those hours. For me, I found that my energy and focus were at their peak in the early morning and late afternoon. By scheduling important tasks like working on my side hustle during these optimal periods, I was able to get much more done than if I tried to cram everything in at night when I was already exhausted. Experiment with your schedule and pay attention to when you're at your most productive so that you can make the most out of your time. Another powerful strategy is the incubation formula. This involves taking regular breaks throughout the day to let your brain rest and recharge. You might be thinking that taking breaks makes you less productive, but it's quite the opposite. By giving yourself time to step away from your tasks, you allow your brain to process information and come up with new ideas more effectively. In my case, I found that taking a 15-minute break every 90 minutes of focused work helped me stay sharp and maintain my energy levels throughout the day. Now, let's talk about the division method. This strategy helped me optimize my time so that I could grow my side business while working a full-time job. The idea is to divide your day into 3 segments, each tailored to specific activities based on your energy levels. So let me give you an example of this. I reserved the first segment of my day for tasks that required a lot of energy and willpower, things that I found boring or difficult, so anything monotonous would slot in here so that it could be done more efficiently. The second segment was for the medium energy tasks that I enjoyed more, like working on my side hustle during weekends or days off. And lastly, the third segment was for low energy tasks like admin or making thumbnails for my videos. I also schedule a 30-minute gym class when I can, just to power me through the afternoons with more energy and adrenaline. By organising my day in this way, I was able to stay focused and productive, even when juggling multiple responsibilities. The next strategy is understanding Parkinson's law, which states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. There's an amazing film about David Hockney called A Bigger Splash, and it was filmed in 1974, and some people say that it preempted reality TV. It's an amazing film and you should check it out if you can. Anyway, in the documentary, David's producer comes to him to inquire about his latest show. David had completely forgotten the deadline for the show is approaching. The producer is starting to freak out, but David reassures him that he can fill the show in. I think it was only 3 days until the show starts. And you guessed it, David fills the show with a whole new collection of masterpieces. That adrenaline can sometimes inspire some of your best ideas. Of course, there are limits to how much you can shorten your deadlines. You need to find the right balance between challenging yourself and setting realistic goals. Let me share some quick game-changing tips that made a massive difference in my productivity. Focus on the 20% of tasks that produce 80% of the results. Avoid multitasking and concentrate on one task at a time to reach a deep work state. Turn on things like do not disturb on your phone to minimize distractions. Embrace imperfection, do your best to learn from your mistakes and move on. Unsubscribe from irrelevant emails and YouTube channels to declutter your digital life. And take notes to free up mental space and avoid forgetting important tasks. Develop routines for your daily tasks, making them automatic and less draining. Time block your calendar with tasks that you need to complete and limit your social media time to 30 minutes a day, focusing on valuable content. Also, schedule some self-care time into your calendar so that you can recharge without feeling guilty. Remember, the key is to take action. Knowledge is only potential power. Now that you're on with these strategies, why not explore side hustles that could help you achieve the financial freedom and be your own boss? The opportunities are endless, and with the right mindset and approach, you can create the life that you've always wanted. Okay, that's it for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.